This is where we are, one of the cabins at the Cotswold farm park. It is dark outside, so we'll show you the view tomorrow. There's the bed, and then this is some bunk beds with the light switches. Oh, what a lot done there. I think it's got coloured lights in that room. And a little bathroom as well. The kitchen. Right, I've figured it out now. If you go like that, you can change the colours of the bunk bedroom. It's got them lights there.
And all that. And he said, I'll bring my band, his new thing. He's not here tonight because he's such a rock star. He's somewhere on a fucking plane somewhere. But then I rang my other contact, who is a proper rock and roll farmer, who's also, helpfully, when I'm looking scarily into this room, literally the tallest man in the world. Andy Cato, everybody! Andy Cato, who represents everything this festival represents, because he's not only an office-space rock star, he's also a serious, scientific, wonderful, make the planet better farmer. Andy, why was my overwhelming request so easy to say yes to?
Well, I think there are very few festivals that combine the things that get combined when you stand in the DJ booth in Pasha thinking about Cotswold, which is an experience I think that only I've had, so on that basis alone.
Do you think you could get Jeremy in a DJ booth?
I don't think it would be the first time that Jeremy in a DJ booth, would it?
I've seen Jeremy do Topsoil, but it was something else, I think, entirely.
Yeah, we were just talking about the 15 years that you were his tour manager, and I'm not going to say any more than that.
Well, that's how we come to do this, really, because he knew me a little bit, and we used to get drunk together on the road, and apparently I used to exploit him. So do you know what? I thought, let's exploit him some more and do farming things now. So thanks, Andy Cato, for joining us. He's a legend. And somewhere in here is another legend. Hoping the NFU Mutual are going to sponsor us. They told me I couldn't announce it yet, but that's how you close the deal. Now, who thinks Olly Harrison's a bit of a farm hero, everybody? We were trying to work out who gets the most credit for the successful demonstration and the campaign. And Jeremy thinks it's Olly. Are you now going to become a politician?
No, I don't want to go into those bins emptied.
One of the things I've noticed, although everyone says it's really hard, everybody loves farming, which is what Farm Heroes is all about. We're going to be looking for unsung heroes, famous heroes, people who've been up Whitehall and survived to tell the story. Is it joyful being a farmer?
Sometimes, yeah. Not in January when it's wet. And not when we've got bad politics, but we're getting around that.
Is that why we managed to get so many people who wanted to come to a rock and roll gig instead of farming? Everybody, Olly Harrison. Now, here's somebody who didn't want to speak.
25 years ago, probably, to say, let's do a Top Gear festival around the world. And I said, only if we can do it like Led Zeppelin used to do world tours. And he said, stupidly, yeah, all right. Now we spool forward about 10 years and we really had got quite big. And we're in Sydney, Australia. And we're staying in that hotel, well, I say that hotel, that you all know it, but there is a hotel between the Opera House and the bridge. And I'd said to him, right, we're not going to go to the stadium every night in a car, because that would be boring. You must get us a boat. And I don't mean a Sunseeker, I mean a proper boat with a helicopter on it. And Chris said, oh, all right then. And got a boat with a helicopter on it. Parked it outside the hotel, and we had a complaint from people on the 3rd floor saying they couldn't see anything out of their hotel windows because of our boat. And it turned out the people on the 3rd floor were AC/DC. So I said, don't worry, I know Brian Johnson, I'll give him a call. And so I rang him up and said, let's go out on our boat tonight and we'll go for a cruise around Sydney Harbour. So we went off around Sydney Harbour and then said, let's play beach cricket. And Chris was sitting thinking, this is costing an absolute fortune. Okay, fine, how are we going to get to the beach? We'll use the helicopter. So we flew all of AC/DC and their roadies and all of Top Gear and our roadies onto the beach, and we played beach cricket, and it was a fantastic night. Now later on that night, we got back into Sydney, and I can't remember really, because I may have had a couple of drinks, how it happened. But we sort of got off at this marina thing, and James May was completely naked. And I wasn't. And we walked up the jetty, and there was an old fire engine like they have in San Francisco, where you steer it from the back as well as the front. And we thought, this must be for us. Well done, Chris. So we got in it, drove through Sydney back to the hotel, and then found out it was nothing to do with us. So that was Chris, we've accidentally stolen a fire engine. Now this is just one night, bearing in mind we toured for 10 years and did this every night. I can remember saying to Richard Hammond once, why after 6 weeks of touring, why do I feel so awful? He said, because you're old and you've been drunk for 6 weeks. And we had. Now, bear all that in mind. When we finally finished doing that, I thought, I'm never going to hear from Chris Hughes again. But buddy, here we are. He's back, ready for more. So, Caleb, Charlie, anybody really involved in it, you need a helicopter, you need a boat, get starry with him, he will oblige. No, I have to say, he is a fantastic guy to be organising this. He is incredibly full of beans. He's unbelievably clever at pulling things together, as indeed you can see from tonight. He's even taught me into giving the pub away for free, which I didn't even know I'd done. And I really genuinely believe that if we're going to get the farming message out into the public, you know, live, not just on television, be it through, you know, Radio 4 or through the BBC, through Country File or through what we do or whatever it might be, YouTube. Chris is a really, really good man for us to have on side. So well done. Chris Hughes, everybody.
That, ladies and gentlemen, the man who said, I'm definitely not going to speak. Lisa, I just think, why don't you just throw back? By the way, Lisa's here, everybody. We know Lisa's the reason he's still alive. She's also bringing her shop and her sheep. Lisa, would you... I'm hoping they're over there somewhere. There's a surprise turn ready for us. Is the band ready? No. They're not. They knew I'd go on for 25 minutes. Lisa, tell us about bringing your shop and your sheep while we fill for our surprise act.
One shop? It's so small, can I not have one, more than one, maybe 3?
This is how stupid they all are. We have a meeting and Lisa says, yeah, we'll do a big shop because we've got a lot of cool... Marissa's there, she's going to bring it all. And we're going to sell hawks, then we're going to sell everything. And then Jeremy walks in and shouts, it's got to be a small shop. So we have a sensible business meeting about how to create a small, large shop, didn't we?
The piddly diddly will be times 3.
But he's also told you've got to bring something else. What else are you going to bring?
My sheeps.
What is weird about them?
Jeremy says they have no face. But they do, and they will have lambs. I actually bring lambs as well, because they'll still be feeding.
Would that be okay if Lisa brings her lambs? We're all going to bring what we got. Do you want to introduce the band?
Can we have a waggly lamb tail competition? Okay, so everyone bring their lambs, please. I would like to now introduce the band.
Can I just say, this time I brought my mate. He's going to pay for it, everybody. These are the guys that, it's their money I'm spending this time, which is much better. Why don't you... We're going to have far more of the superstar hits, but we've got an actual surprise bonus act about for you that Lisa is the only person who knows who they are. Please introduce them, Lisa.
The incredible, the wonderful, the amazing, the Shires.
Good evening, everyone. How are we doing? We're all having a good time. We are so excited to be here. We're so excited to be part of Farm Festival. We have not played this song in a very, very long time, but we thought, what a better place to play it than here. It's a little bit quiet that we're not full band, it's just the 2 of us tonight, so here we go. You can bet it's gonna rain as I'm stepping on the plane.
Like Dumb and Dumber. Let's have a look. That's amazing. We got it. Sunday morning after the night before. Had a good party last night at the Farmer's Dog in the Grand Tour tent. Been embarrassing when they all told me happy birthday. I'm going to show you anyway these new lodges at Cotswold Farm Park. So this is the one that Amanda and Joe stayed in. So I'll flick round. So they're that new that they're still finishing off. Don't really want to walk through that. So I'll go over the top. That's the one that we were in. But this one's called Ash. Ooh. So this is probably one for a family because you've got the big breakfast bar there, sofa, and then you go upstairs and you've got double bed up there, and then another double bed there, little toilet and shower, and then you've got a fields view, should we say, and I'll go and show you around our one. Good morning. And then this one that me and Charlotte stayed in. Clever though, it's like woody, plasticky stuff. See there where they've marked it for putting a gravel path round. Maybe not so much on my phone, but there's a blue line been sprayed in the grass. This is outside. I think they're the lodges we stayed in after the combine run. Some of them over there. Unless it was them through the hedge. Not sure, but this is locked still. Look at what we've done here. Right, we're in. So it's the one we were in. And that lights up and turn some of the lights off. And then bed, the living wall, it's obviously plastic. That was the bathroom. And then this is clever. This is the bunk beds with the fancy light that changes colour. Yeah. So, there you go. It's a quality burger from it's got the butty van here. Back now from the Cotswolds. I'm going to go and see how dry stuff is and take it around the block. I don't actually think I've ever driven it clean, but not clean. Anything on the back. I once drove it with the chipper on, and I once drove it with the baler on. But Joe was asking me what it's like on the road, but I've never driven it on its own, so I thought I'd go and have a bit of a look. I think I'm going to change the bin as well at Wellbrook, so I'll go up on this and see what's going on. Sort of feels a bit bigger than the fence because the bonnet's longer, but in reality it's pretty much the same size. Back at Brookhouse, messing with this temperature sensor. I think I'm going to have to put a whole new shower unit on. It's gone all slack inside again. Yeah, it's not doing anything, is it? Tighten the screw up inside, but then it makes the bezel stiff. But try it. I think I've got a new one of them ends. I thought the valve in here had gone. Absolute pain, these taps. It's a bit dark, but I parked them Valtras next to each other. You can see the similarity, can't you? Especially in the tops of the cab shape. When you think there's 20, 30 years between them, maybe? Yeah, 30 years. Filmed a load in the field before. Got a new software on my phone. Annoyingly, no sound, and not really no sound. I'd managed to put it into slow motion, so I can't even speed it up. So I'd be showing you around some cover crops and things at Halewood, and it's completely useless unless you want to spend 40 minutes watching me going talking like that. So yeah, so annoying, but never mind. Gonna quickly do today's birthdays. It has been a steady day today, so driving back from the Cotswolds and that. So Brian Mason, happy birthday. Albert Jude Seeley, I think it's pronounced, happy birthday. And Wayne, happy birthday. I'm now 108,544. Yeah, that's all for today. See you all tomorrow. Bye for now.
What song would you like to sing for us?
We would love to sing Happy Birthday to OllyBlogs.
Okay, right. Can you say that down the mic louder?
We'd love to sing Happy Birthday to OllyBlogs.
Right, go on then.
There is he!
On to three.